Oh, sorry, you caught me at a bad time. There was nothing wrong with my car, so I decided to fix it. Mario Kart Tour released in September of 2019, and I could not have been more excited. Just think of the possibilities! Mario Kart, one of the best multiplayer experiences of all time. Its perfect formula of chaotic gameplay and easy to pick up multiplayer is perfect for the phone environment. Everyone owns a phone. Even kids who can barely talk nowadays own a phone. So just think, Mario Kart on the phone seems like an easy win for Nintendo. So what went wrong? I'll start right off the bat with Mario Kart Tour isn't a bad game necessarily, it just doesn't feel like anything more than a cash grab. And what I mean by that is the game is filled to the brim with microtransactions. We have a subscription service for a Mario Kart game. $5 a month for the Mario Kart Gold Pass, which only gives you a couple more collectibles every week. We also have the option to buy carts and characters with cash. And we have the one thing I hate the most, rubies. Rubies are how you unlock characters in this game. You pay 5 rubies, and you get a random object from firing off a pipe. You either get a character, cart, or glider. And you're more than likely never going to get the character you want. I've been working non-stop all week to get enough rubies just to get Pit Crew Toad, and the luck has not been on my side. Now yes, in its defense, it is a mobile game, but I wish it felt a lot more like a Nintendo game. It feels more like a mobile game than it does a Nintendo game. And in my opinion, that's very, very upsetting. Anywho, for now we're just gonna ignore the mobile game aspects and move on to the gameplay itself. Have you ever heard of the term, if it ain't broke, don't fix it? Yeah, that applies here. It may be just me, but I really don't prefer the score-based formula this game uses. I would have preferred if it was more just like normal Mario Kart, get first in a race, that's your main goal. But the score formula is when you're playing a race, your overall goal isn't technically to get first, it's more to rack up the most points. You get points by getting drift boosts, tricks, hitting people with items, and stuff like that. It's neat for like a couple minutes, but it just really doesn't feel that replayable. Next we move on to the controls. And I was very worried going into this for the controls, because moving a whole Mario Kart experience onto an object without buttons seems like it would be just as difficult as trying to get through a stranger's house blindfolded. But I'm delighted to say that the controls work. They aren't the best, but they work. The reason I say they're not the best is probably because there isn't buttons, and it's rough to get used to. But they did the best they could, because on a phone, honestly, I couldn't see how they could have done it any better. So to play, you have to swipe across the screen to turn, tap the screen to throw items, and that's essentially it. It's simple, it works, and you can also use tilt controls, which is just tilting your phone. But I don't mind the controls a whole lot. They work, they do what they need to, and it's just, the controls work. That's all I need to say on the control department. Then we get to multiplayer. As I said before, Mario Kart is one of the best, if not the best, multiplayer experiences. And for the first couple of months the game was out, you could only play single player. Yeah, there was no multiplayer for this game for the longest time, which really hurt the game because the large community of people who got it and wanted to play with friends were disappointed because you couldn't play with friends. And if you're getting a mobile game and it has something you don't like, you're not going to have the attention span to wait around until it gets fixed. A mobile game is pick up and play exactly what you want to play when you play it. Which sounds confusing, but you understand. Which is exactly why this game's popularity died about a week into its lifespan. But as I said before, they did add multiplayer down the line, and it works. But good luck trying to find someone who still has the game to play it with you. After that, we get to the character roster. And now, the way the characters I work, as I said before, was to get you to spend money, but I do like some of the characters in this game. They got pretty funky with the roster, and it really shows because some of the characters you don't see too often anymore. And then, added to that, you get characters with different outfits, and it's pretty neat. It would be amazing to see these types of outfits and creativity with these characters in normal Mario Kart games. Now we get to my favorite part of the game, which is what makes me come back and play it every couple of weeks, is the new courses. It's called Mario Kart Tour because you essentially race around the world, but back at launch, they had a race themed off of New York City, and then a couple of weeks later you get a race themed off of Japan, and then you go all around the world. And I really like the way they handle the tracks in this game, because then every couple of weeks they add a couple new ones, and it gives you somewhat of an incentive to come back and play it again. Or well, at least it gives me incentive to keep playing, because all I want in a new Mario Kart is new tracks. And it to play like a normal Mario Kart. Minus the microtransactions, lack of multiplayer options, and the weird decision to make it a score-based system, Mario Kart Tour is not a bad game. It's just not the best Mario Kart game. It plays like a mobile game, and I think that's why people don't like it too much. If it felt more like a normal Nintendo experience, I think it would have done a lot better. The only justifiable reason to get this game is because it was free. There is only 2 mobile games that I think are worth money, Minecraft of course, and Super Mario Run, but we'll get into those later. I would recommend checking out Mario Kart Tour maybe once or twice, but it's not something that I can go back to many times. But if you check it out, don't get sucked into the microtransactions like I did. I essentially threw out my wallet. Now that it's done, let's see what this baby can do. I forgot my line.